Nelson Mandela Bay municipality is facing day zero after an extensive drought compounded by infrastructure neglect and water leaks. But the warning is that many other cities could soon be facing day zero as well. And we need to get a grip on the full extent of water scarcity in South Africa and how to properly manage the supplies that we do have. Let's speak now to the Director General in the Department of Water and Sanitation, Dr. Sean Phillips. Dr. Phillips, thank you very much for your time. Let's focus on Nelson Mandela Bay, because I think that's the most immediate crisis. We know they've got just days left. We also know that they are desperately calling on residents to reduce water usage. They've already started throttling people's water, and there's a plan to try and move water from one dam to another. How involved is the Department of Water from a national level in assisting Nelson Mandela Bay?
Thank you very much, Sally, and good evening to you and to your viewers. We are very closely involved. The Water Services Act enables us to intervene in municipalities in situations like this, and we've intervened. We're working very closely with the municipality together with the Amatola Water Board. We have people there on a full-time basis, and we are assisting and supporting the municipality to do the necessary things to avoid day zero, which includes, as you indicated, strongly encouraging all the citizens of the city to reduce their consumption. There is actually enough water going into the city. There's a newly upgraded pipeline from the Gariep Dam in the Free State, which is now providing almost 210 megalitres of water per day to the city. And there are projects underway to do the pipelines and the pump stations in the city to enable that water to be distributed over the whole city, which is the issue you talked about transferring water from one side of the city to the other. If everyone in Nelson Mandela Bay can reduce their consumption on average by 20%, then there'll be enough water coming from that Gariep Dam pipeline through the Noodgedacht scheme for everyone to be able to have water in Nelson Mandela Bay. So the situation is not as severe as it was in Cape Town when they had day zero, when all the dams were drying up, because the Gariep Dam in the Free State is not drying up. It's full, and we're getting 210 megalitres of water into Nelson Mandela Bay from there. The issue is that Nelson Mandela Bay's consumption is currently 280 megalitres per day for the whole city. So the key issue is to reduce their consumption, because the city relies on that water from the Gariep Dam as well as water from local dams, from 5 local dams. And those 5 local dams are the ones that have dried up because there's a strange climate situation in Nelson Mandela Bay where there's a very severe drought in that particular part of the country around the city, whereas in the rest of the country, the dams are almost all full.
Yeah. In Cape Town, they managed to get the buy-in of citizens, even of people visiting from out of town. Are you looking at how to communicate with people? Nelson Mandela Bay citizens seem not to have heeded the call. Now they're kind of being throttled, so I suppose they don't have much of a choice. But crucially, I would imagine, is getting the buy-in of ordinary South Africans. What are you doing to look at that issue?
You're quite right. One of the reasons why we've intervened in Nelson Mandela Bay is because we think there needs to be much more decisiveness by the city in terms of communicating to the citizens about the need to reduce water consumption and to explain why. For also the citizens to see that the city is doing as much as possible on its part as well to help. So, for example, we're working with the city to help them to close as many of the leaks in the water system as possible, so that water isn't wasted through leaks, and that can reduce the amount of water that people need to reduce in terms of consumption. Mm-hmm. But we're helping the municipality to communicate on a much broader scale and more intensively to the citizens. And we're also encouraging the municipality to introduce more punitive tariffs in the sense of not to increase water tariffs for ordinary usage for modest amounts, but where people use excessive amounts of water, then we think punitive tariffs should be introduced to discourage those people are using excessive amounts of water.
I want to ask you about, we know that a lot of water management is very much devolved to local level, but at the same time we know that many of our municipalities are in a complete shambles. Do you think that going forward the National Water Department needs to take a firmer grip on the management of our entire water chain, even down to local level?
Yes, we do, Sally. We agree with you completely, and that is our intention to do that. So the Constitution is not that water and sanitation delivery functions have been sort of delegated to municipalities. It's actually in the Constitution that it's a municipal function. So we don't want to change the Constitution. The Constitution should remain, and it is a municipal function, but the Constitution also provides for the national government to support municipalities. It says we must support municipalities, and also it says that we must intervene in municipalities where municipalities are failing to meet minimum norms and standards. And under Minister Mchunu, it's our intention to greatly strengthen our support and intervention in municipalities.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We much appreciate it, and good luck to you. Let's hope that Day Zero will be avoided not only in Nelson Mandela Bay but other areas that do face water challenges. That, of course, is Water and Sanitation Director General Dr. Sean Phillips.